Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another Rebelscum.com video and more a little bit. Of course, a good amount of you already know me at this point. My name is Bobby. I've been hosting Rebelscum.com video content since, 2021, summer of 2021, in fact. And also, I am joined by my good friend, Mr. Nick here, who was a part of the Rebel Scum family and is now once a part of the Rebel Scum family again, which is really exciting for us to announce.
Yes.
And here he is.
All right. Hey, Nick from CTR and Rebel Scum again. You guys see me doing some jumbo videos, so you should be somewhat familiar with me. And the just started the retrospective series. And if you've seen me on CTR, we're doing pretty much everything else. So Bobby and I have an exciting announcement for everybody today. Bobby, you want to
Yep,
kick that off?
sure. Yeah, we are once again rejoining forces. So, for those of you who don't know, Cool Toy Review, or CTR for short, used to be part of the same overall umbrella family that Rebel Scum used to belong to. Now they're under the same umbrella family again under a different company called Future Vintage, as which there's a few other things under that as well. So, Nick, tell us a little about CTR.
So CTR was started by a group of Rebel Scummers, and as we were at conventions, we were noticing, like at SDCC, there might be like 10 to 15% Star Wars, but everything else is DC, Marvel, and all these other great licenses. And we wanted to expand our coverage. So we love Star Wars, but we love everything else as well. So we wanted to start getting a way to touch that fan community and start bringing a lot of other licenses to readers who on Scum have expressed interest in seeing as well. So it just became a natural evolution from a desire to want to cover more and looking for more things to do when we were at all these events as well.
And there has been a lot of awesome coverage. I mean, I remember you and I bumped into each other in person at SDCC in 22,
Mhm.
and we just started getting to talking, and we're like, hey, well, what are you waiting in line for? Oh, well, we're here for Rebel Scum. We're here to talk to so and so and do video with so and so else, like we were doing all weekend. And then of course you were like, well, I'm here for Cool Toy Review, and we actually used to be a part of Rebel Scum, kind of, sort of. And then we went through the whole thing, and we're like, oh, that's actually really cool. And then it just kind of snowballed from there, and here we are all back under the same family again. And then, yeah, like you said, you've been doing more Gentle Giant content, which has been really awesome, by the way. If you guys thought I knew kind of somewhat what I was talking about with the Gentle Giant reviews, Nick has such a passion for the Gentle Giant jumbos, especially, and they really are really cool. But so go check out that content. If you haven't been watching that content, make sure you go back and check out that content because you have been missing out. And as cool as the Jumbo Giant reviews are, the retrospective reviews you've been doing have just been really phenomenal. I love how we've been revisiting those older play sets that have a special place in our hearts because play sets are a big part of action figure collecting.
Continuing that series, so readers, viewers can expect to see more from us. Or have one coming up next month. I'll tease it. It's going to be Hoth related, so I think it's appropriate given the temperature outside dropping. So
Yeah.
we might even tease a little item from the Star Wars cookbook that will accompany our segment as well. If you guys remember those from back in the late '90s and early thousands, so we'll bring that out as well. But yeah, as Bobby was saying, we had a chance meeting at the Entertainment Earth booth at SDCC, where I met him and Aaron and Josh at the time, and then we ran into each other again at the Peter Cullen signing line. So it was just
Oh, that's right. We were in line at the Peter Cullen signing
at
there.
that point, we're like, I guess we better start talking and see where this goes. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and you've probably seen Bobby. I've been putting his Bay 12 videos on the site as well. He's been doing some great looks at a lot of Transformers. We love Transformers. I know you guys love Transformers. The most watched video we have is that Optimus Prime video. So that, and he's been doing a lot of NECA stuff, giving us a lot of diversity, RoboCop, Elvira, a lot of different characters that we haven't covered. We love seeing our NECA stuff too. So, Bobby, if you haven't gone over to Bay 12, we always have links for them to check out some of those. So, just a lot of different products. You never know what he's going to do next. Always a surprise.
And that's kind of the fun part of it too. Is I also don't know what I'm gonna do next. I mean, aside from like the consistent stuff that I'm able to get in often, which is for Bay 12 specifically, which is mostly Transformers, because uh, as much as so many people have known me over the years, professionally especially, Star Wars has always been my main profession. I've always worked with Star Wars for so long, doing whether it was with Order 66 at first and still is. And every Friday night, I'm selling all kinds of Star Wars toys at 7 p.m. Central Time. But Transformers is actually my main love in life. A lot of people don't know that, and hopefully, we don't lose a bunch of people in Rebel Scum for that. But because Star Wars was my first love and is still a very big part of my life, and I mean, you can see
Yep.
whenever people watch Bay 12 stuff, they only see Star Wars behind me. And usually, I'm wearing a Star Wars short shirt because I'm usually doing Rebel Scum content the same day. So
Well, that must
yeah.
have been one of your favorite crossovers when they had that Star Wars Transformers line.
Oh, I like that line a lot. A little bit of quality issues in the early years, but as they rounded off, things got really cool. It's a shame that they don't do that anymore because there's so many cool ships now that there wasn't then. Also, a Mando Razor Crest transformer would be really awesome, I think. But yeah, maybe
We
in the
could
future if Hasbro revisits
combine
that.
our forces combined. I think we could start pressuring Hasbro to bring that line back.
I mean, we're between you and me, we're always talking to them, whether it's some kind of roundtable interview or it's in person at a con. We're all they see our faces a lot. Hopefully they like to see our faces. I know we're a bit. Was I'm not trying to say kinder, I guess fair when we tend to try to lean a little bit more impartial when it comes to a lot of the issues that people have with Hasbro as a brand overall when it comes to separating, well, here's the decisions that Hasbro makes we don't like, and here's the guys on the ground working on the brands we like who have nothing to do with those decisions that we don't really like. So let's talk a little bit about the future. So what does Rebel Scum, CTR, Bay 12, so on and so forth? What does all that mean for all of these different websites coming together under one family and different teams essentially just working together? Well, I think it means a lot more awesome coverage, a lot more diverse coverage. As you guys can see on Rebel Scum, I mean, you've seen me do some reviews on Rebel Scum, and now you guys have seen Nick do some reviews on Rebel Scum, and we're still working with some other guys here and there to do some content with us and do some content for us. Nick, what do you think that means?
I think there's going to be knowledge sharing, which is great. I mean, we're drawing in expertise. I mean, I bring in the past of Rebel Scum and some of that experience, and you bring in your huge base knowledge of Transformers and your other fan love. So I think we could be sharing that knowledge, but it's also an opportunity to bring fan bases together. One big thing is we share forums. We still have shared forums, even though the site split. So our fans could communicate between the two sites. Like, I love Indie, I love Star Wars, I love Transformers, and just kind of start those threads, and maybe those could evolve into conversations that we could then take to Hasbro. We got people that like, Transformers, GI Joe, and Power Rangers, etc. They want to see some cross branding. These are the specific kinds of cross brandings they want to see, and then highlight that for them. And I think that would be productive to having conversations about product design or interest in Hasbro is always interested in seeing that kind of stuff. So I think it helps us quantify it for them and bring these fan bases together and start getting these ideas generating that could help shape the future of the fandom or the future of products.
Right. Well, and I hear it a lot when I'm in a roundtable interview with guys like Hasbro, just as an example again, that they constantly say, look, we're always watching major websites, we're watching a lot of these outlets like you guys to kind of get that fan feedback that we need so that we know what needs to be adjusted. We know kind of which way to steer towards. So it, it's really nice that you guys are watching and interacting with us, and please continue to do that. Please give that feedback. Please keep on going. But just know that the information that you guys are going to be receiving from now on is just going to continue to get bigger and better with more takes and more opinions and more um, knowledgeable collectors just adding in on the conversation. I mean, it's starting right now with me and Nick. I know you guys have seen Josh in some of the videos too. He's one of the owners of Future Vintage, and I know you probably, well, maybe you guys haven't actually seen Aaron on camera yet, but uh, here with Future Vintage, I mean, we're just striving to bring you guys some awesome collector oriented content because a lot of our content is, just so you know, fed by our collecting. I mean, a lot of the content that we do on Bay 12. The reason I said earlier I don't even know what's going to come next is because when we're out hunting for our own collections, that's what we're picking up for review. You know, I'm out there doing pre-orders for the exclusives that I'm trying to add to my collection. I'm out there hunting at shelves, picking up that Megatron or whatever, or that Black Series Clone Trooper, you know, for that next Rebel Scum review. And I know Nick's over here, you know, securing that pre-order for that Gentle Giant Jumbo or whatever else he's going to review, or going back in his own collection and going, okay, this is a fun video idea. Let's play with the Death Star playset on this video. And that's kind of how our content works as far as toy review stuff goes. A lot of it's in the moment. A lot of it's as we know, you know, kind of a thing. And there's also going to be more collaborative content as well. Josh and I were just actually discussing a little bit ago doing. Actually, I was telling him that now that I'll have more time in the office and more time to do what I need to do. That we're going to be doing more reactionary content as well. The new trailer for Mando just dropped. I mean, we're recording this. Hopefully, it'll be up in the next couple days. But the new trailer, relative to when we're recording this meeting right now, just dropped, and it looks incredible. And there's a lot to talk about with that trailer for Rebel Scum, and that's a take I definitely want to bring to you guys. So you'll probably see, depending on when this video drops, sooner or later, another video of me, maybe with somebody else, hopefully, discussing the new Mando trailer and what that can mean coming up in March, not only for fans who like to view Star Wars and how that's going to change and shape the Star Wars universe, but also how that's going to change and shape collecting for us. Because, I mean, we saw a lot of cool new Mandos in there that I see toys in the future for me. That's, or at least that's how I like to look at it, you know, and being on websites where we focus on not just the media, but specifically the toys of the media. Uh, I think that's going to be a fun new thing to approach. You know.
Yeah, I think jumping off of that, having some kind of reactionary or discussions after we get the fan stream reveals. Like we get a new line of Star Wars products revealed. What do we think? How is that going to? Where is that going in this wave? What do we expect to go from here? And you know, what do we think about the quality or what's missing from this particular reveal? So we could do that with Star Wars, or we could do it with anything else now that we're merging together. So we could start, you know, discussing, get the community, you know, kickstart the community into talking about it as well.
Right. And that's something I totally want to do a lot more, and um, especially with Bay 12 and CTR, because Star Wars, we can talk Star Wars all day. That's easy. There's so much with Star Wars. We have no shortage of content and media, whether that's TV, comic books, video games, whatever. There is a lot to cover there. But there's so much more to cover through CTR and Bay 12. And hopefully, here pretty soon, Nick and I will be bringing you a lot more content with that. Plus, with some other friends who might want to join in on those conversations at some point in the future. So stay tuned for all that content, guys, because there's a lot of new special stuff coming from me, from Nick, from Rebelscum, from Cool Toy Review, from Bay 12, from Future Vintage as a whole. We have some other things cooking up. A lot of irons are in the fire right now, and uh, I mean, you'll. Where else can you see us? I mean, you could probably also catch us at conventions, right, Nick?
Yeah, I don't think there's any shortage of plans to be at conventions. I mean, at least one of us will be at the celebration this year in London.
Yes.
So,
Hopefully,
so
we're still waiting.
Rebelscum will have it there.
I don't
Well,
know if we have yet,
I
but I
might be
know
there either way. So somebody
yeah.
will be there. So
I know Josh and I are still waiting to hear back on our application for the HoloNet stage. They
yeah,
sent us an email a little while back saying, "Hey, do y'all want to apply for this?" And we are like, "Yeah, why not? Can't hurt. You know, that'd be fun to do." Because I mean, somehow there's going to be coverage of the con, yes. Um, but hopefully they get back with us sooner rather than later, so we can actually sit down and make those travel arrangements.
well, I'm going
So
to be in the neighborhood that weekend either way, so I might just stop by. So I was
that's
talking to
right.
Josh.
I remember
So
he brought that up. Yeah,
yeah, I just
he
happened
told
to
me
be
about that.
there at weekend, so it just
Yeah.
kind of worked out. But
So
yeah, we'll be there. We'll be at
regardless,
SDCC. We'll be at Toy Fair. People could, interact with us. And I would also add, don't it doesn't hurt to comment and ask for content you might want to see. We actually read those comments. So if there's
yes,
something you want to see more of, or something that you're curious about, or just some fun thing you want to add to the conversation, just feel free to do it. We will actually read that and get back to you probably.
yes, or at least we'll do our best.
Yeah.
Right now, I know on a lot of the video content I do, I'm always bringing up some kind of talking point to get you guys, the viewer, to engage with us. That's not rhetorical. We mean when we say, "Hey, who's your favorite character?" Comment below, or "Who's your favorite version of this?" or "What do you think about this detail in this figure?" Please comment below. Let us know. Share your thoughts on that. We don't mean that rhetorically. We're not saying, "Hey, post it in there," and we're gonna go read date time or whatever. We're actually going to read that comment, and if there's a way where we feel we can appropriately respond to that, and I mean, other than comments of, "Oh, I really like this video," which thank you so much for commenting that. We do love that kind of feedback, but I don't know how to respond to, "I really like it," other than "Thanks," or "I like it too," or but when someone actually has a statement, or, "Oh, hey, what'd you think of this?" or, "Oh, I picked that up today too. Thanks for making this video," or, "Now I have to get that because you made this video." We love seeing that too. But when we say things like, "Hey, engage with us," or, "Who's your favorite character from this, that, or the other thing?" or, "Who do you hope to see get a figure in the future out of this thing?" Please, yeah, please comment that. We really do want that kind of engagement from you guys, because as much as we are super cool Nick and super cool Bobby over here playing with toys, and going to cons and stuff, just living a life, we want you guys to be a part of it.
So yeah, one other thing that I'd like to work on Bobby with is we used to do more giveaways on Rebelscum, and I'd like to start doing that on CTR as well, and coming up with fun ideas for how you guys could win something. I
Perfect.
love treasure hunt. I love
Hold that thought.
spot hidden things in videos. Oh, lost Bobby.
Well, you had mentioned doing a giveaway, so
Yeah. Oh, you
we,
got. Okay.
we had talked
So
about Bandai. You and I have made friends at Bandai, um, with the various cons we've gone to and the coverage we do for the various brands we do. Well, one of the guys at Bandai, specifically with Flame Toys in Bandai, got back to me after SDCC, actually. So I have a giveaway we can do with CTR, this model kit right here.
oh, nice.
So you and I will link up on that. I'll have you handle this giveaway. I'll just have this
Yep.
sent to either you, or whenever we do the giveaway, just let me know where I need to send it, and we'll
Yep.
do it.
Yep. Oh, great. Yeah. I'd love to do more of that. We used to do that for conventions at Rebels Cup, people who couldn't make it out to like celebration. And we did one my first year actually, and it was Find Nick. And what we had was we had about 80 different galleries for every booth we went to. And I was hidden in about like 6 pictures across 80 galleries. So people had to find me. Sometimes it was like a reflection in a glass case or something like that. But I love fun scavenger hunts or little contests or like spot the hidden object in one of Bobby's reviews. We'll just have people, try to figure something out of what they're looking for, and then, just make it fun, keep people engaged, keep the community engaged, while at the same time, they're checking out our content. So give them a little extra dimension to it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That's just something that we as content guys like to do as a thank you for you guys just watching and engaging with us.
100%.
And it doesn't cost you anything, but the time you would have probably spent researching that figure or looking up, oh, do I want to buy or not? Okay, well, what did Rebel Scum say about the Black Series Hera figure that's coming out in an upcoming month or so? There isn't. It's been out for a while, but just as an example. Um, and when we're like, hey, this is what we mean, because you never know. One of our sites at any point it can pop up with some kind of giveaway, and if you're not engaging with us in some way, if you're not commenting on the thing we say to comment, or you're not following the thing we say to follow, or commenting the thing we say to comment on the thing we say to follow, you could miss out on a free giveaway like this or other things. It's not going to be just that um, in the future, because we actually are sitting on at Bay 12 a few cool things that
Yeah.
Mike and I have been planning on doing giveaways yet, and we haven't quite figured out how we're going to do it yet. So we're still sitting on those things. We're still going to do those giveaways because those are earmarked items for you guys, our viewers, and the people we want to spend time with. Um, but we're still working those out. So having done giveaways in the past, we'll definitely talk about those details in the future on what the best way to do that is. So yeah,
And we got
looking
lots of
forward to
stuff
that.
for you that we're more than happy to give to you. So you check it out in the video and it could be yours. I mean, yeah.
That's right. That's right. So come hang out with us. Come hang out with us on rebelscum.com. There's daily content. There's something new every single day on rebelscum.com. Come hang out with us on Cool Toy Review. I'm sure there's lots of new things on Cool Toy Review every day. And come hang out with us on Bay 12. There's not daily content with the Bay 12 YouTube channel and social media yet, but I'm doing my best to give you guys at least 4 to 5 videos a week, give or take. Sometimes it's a little bit less around holidays, or we just spent the past couple weeks moving offices. So I'm still in the process of getting everything set up. But there's about to be a lot more new and consistent content again, I promise. So stay tuned for all that.
So yeah, expect to see some more new things in the future. No announcements at this point, but we're going to have some surprises for you as the year goes on. So tune back in, check us out on our respective sites, and I think you'll even be seeing a link on the homepage of both our sites very soon, to make it even easier for you to check out each other's sites.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So make sure you're checking, like I said earlier, make sure you're checking out Cool Toy Review every single day, because there's something cool new on Cool Toy Review every single day. That's why they call it Cool Toy Review. We talk about a lot of cool toys there. Rebelscum.com, same deal. For Star Wars Central content, every single day there's something new on Rebelscum.com. Bay 12, very similar to Cool Toy Review, except it's just straight up toy reviews. As far as the video aspect goes on Bay 12, I mean, every so often we'll do a sale where you can watch us live and claim some cool stuff, and we'll ship it to you. And then, of course, we also have Order 66 Toys on Fridays at 7 on Facebook for nothing but awesome Star Wars stuff. It's a huge variety every Friday. And sometimes it goes from 3 to 4 hours to 4 to 5 hours, give or take, depending on the night. But it's always a variety. There's a lot of information about all kinds of cool Star Wars fun facts and things. So plus you get to interact and hang out with us the whole time. And we do interact with you guys while you're commenting live. That's all live. So that's what makes that so much fun. But then watch out for us at conventions. You'll catch me and Nick at conventions whenever. Meet with us, talk with us, do a video with us. We love doing videos with passerbys. We love that. Seriously, it's so much fun. People think
I'll
it's
do
so weird.
Floor if somebody finds us. I'll just carry little giveaways in my pocket with me. So yeah, try to come find us.
Seriously, come
Yeah.
hang out with us. That's I think that's probably the biggest point to hammer with the announcement of these websites coming back together again is we haven't gone anywhere, and you're still more than welcome to come and hang out with us and be friends with us. So come hang out with us, engage with us, comment more, watch more, go to the multiple websites. I know that's a lot of information every day, all the time, but that's what we're here for. We're the fun toy guys giving you that fun toy info. So Nick, thank you so much for being on here, and thank you so
Thanks, Bob.
much for the content that you've been doing with Rebelscum and all of the content you've done on Cool Toy Review for as long as you have. I can't wait to see what you and I do in the future and whoever else we end up doing content with, and I can't wait to see you at the next con.
Yeah, and vice versa, Bobby. Thank you for everything you've been doing on Rebelscum and your Bay 12 videos. And I know it's a lot coming at you guys, a lot of information, a lot of different sites, but hopefully we'll be streamlining that as we fix our websites in the coming months and make it a little bit easier for you guys to access all that content. So don't stress out if you need to remember all these different sites and links. We'll be making it easier for you in the coming months.
And as always, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the force be with all of you, you rebel scum.